Hello there, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to another video here on my Steve K channel. Doing something a little bit different here. Going to be doing like a little bit of a live video on here, like just doing something a little bit different. All right, so for this video, as I entitled it, this is going to be called my top 5 favorite Grand Theft Auto games. Now, of course, if anybody doesn't really remember the Grand Theft Auto games, well, they were for systems like PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I don't think they released any for Xbox though. Xbox 360 they did, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And also for the P didn't. So apologies. So anyway, this is pretty much my top 5 list of my favorite Grand Theft Auto games that I have played. Now, it all started back in 1997 with the first one, Grand Theft Auto, and this is pretty much like what the game looks like. It was released for the MS-DOS, like a computer thing, disk operating system. You also got Microsoft Windows, the PlayStation, and Game Boy Color. Now, I did play a little bit of this game though, but however, it's not in my top 5. It's kind of an honorable mention. I mean, some may not be happy with that, but again, I didn't really play it a whole lot. I mean, I just wasn't really big on it. But for so pretty much for this, this will pretty much be like the ones that I pretty much played and stuff. And but as for a couple others too, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some games on here, that aren't really like some people weren't really big on and stuff. So I already have my number one and stuff, and I already have my number two, then the rest of them too. But we'll get into this. So let's start with number 5 for what is my pretty much favorite Grand Theft Auto game. So as I stroll through the list on here, and I'm pretty much just gonna say that. So my number 5 favorite game in the Grand Theft Auto series is this. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, I know a lot of you are not going to be happy about this, but again, this is my decision. And the reason why I put this at number 5 is because of the fact that this was a good game. I mean, it just wasn't really the best, in my opinion, like to be number 1 or number 2. There are a couple of games that are just pretty much better than this, and a few, well, you know what I mean. But anyway, as I said, no, the storyline was not bad. It pretty much is about a person in there who I believe his name is Carl, I believe, the guy that's the character. So pretty much you do these missions, you go back to your old neighborhood and all that. But once again, I didn't play this game a whole lot, but I did play it, but I just didn't really pretty much care for it a lot. Like I said, I mean, some may disagree about it and have different opinions, but like I said, I just pretty much thought that this game was pretty much all right. The thing about this was you could ride a bicycle. I think you could fly a helicopter or something, or some kind of plane, and a few other things that you could do with this. But pretty much, like I said, this, in my opinion, was a good game, but it wasn't, one of the best or anything like that. But there you go. I mean, it was released for PlayStation 2, Xbox. It's also available on Xbox One, I believe, and I think you can play it on Xbox 360 and I think PlayStation 3 as well. I saw it for sale at GameStop a few times and a few other places, and I said to myself, you know what, I might get this game, but then I said, nah, because it'll probably be sitting around, then I'll probably get frustrated with it, and I'll be like, what do I gotta do in this mission? What do I gotta do on here? I mean, a lot of people like the game because they like the talking, like some of the characters and stuff, like what they say, like the drive-through scene and a couple others too. But the trailer was pretty good for it. The trailer included the song "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses. They have a shorter version of it, and they have a longer version. And when I saw it, on television, I thought honestly it was pretty good. But pretty much there you go. Like I said, I played it. I don't remember when I got it. I think I got it probably at like Kmart, excuse me, Walmart, Kmart, or Target, one of them places when I got the game for PlayStation 2. And this probably was like around 2004 or 5 when I got it. The game was released, I forgot to mention, It should tell me on I know it tells me on here when it was released. It was released, looked like October 2004. Yep, North America, October 2004. So there you go. So it probably was around like 2005 or 6 when I played it, but like I said, it just wasn't really one of the best, but people may disagree, but that's your opinion. All right, so now we'll just move on to the number 4 game. Now, this one, in my opinion, I have to go with this one probably at number 4. Now, I pretty much hold on, let me think about it a little bit more. I know what my number 1 is, but I was pretty much trying to think like for number 2 and all that. So I know I should have wrote these down, but it's okay. So number 1, mhm. Um, let's put that there. Um, okay. All right, let's do it this way. All right, for my number 4 favorite Grand Theft Auto game, this one I pretty much thought was pretty good because I like the way that the gameplay was, and I think this was like the first time in a while that they released a Grand Theft Auto game. I think, but I'm not sure because this was released in North America October 22nd, 2001. You probably know what game it is if it's 2001, but like I said, October 2001. My number 4 is Grand Theft Auto 3. Now, some people may not be happy about the fact of this being, the number 4 game pretty much, over San Andreas. Well, here's the thing. The storyline was better. Gameplay was pretty good. Now, of course, this was released before San Andreas, but I liked the gameplay. Like they had a lot of people in there. Like the main character did not talk. Supposedly his name was Claude or something like that, but he never did say a lot of words in it. Like actually he didn't say any words. Like all he did was he would just be a character, and he had a partner named 8 Ball or something like that. And he pretty much was like next to him a lot, and then you had to do all these missions and all that. But I like the missions, you had to do like for there was a character in there that was named Joey, then you had one named Luigi, and you had a few others too. The only thing you couldn't do was like fly in a helicopter pretty much. Like you could do everything in there. The trailer was not bad, and then they just wound up saying Grand Theft Auto 3 coming soon to PlayStation 2, rated M, sure. And there you go. This is released for PlayStation 2, I know that, Microsoft Windows, Xbox, Mac OS X, Android, iOS, and Fire OS. So pretty much all these things that I mentioned. I think I got this like probably in November 2001, I want to say when I got it. It was fairly new. And never played it for any other system, just pretty much PlayStation 2. I don't know if I played it for Xbox. Really don't know. So, yeah, but like I said, I like the missions in this, like the gameplay. Graphics were pretty much not too bad, but I've seen like gameplay of it on PC a lot of times, but never really played them on PC. Never have. I pretty much liked it on PlayStation 2. So there you go. And that pretty much is my number 4 favorite, and that's Grand Theft Auto 3. And there you go. Now let's move to number 3, shall we? For this one, now this is probably going to be questionable, like why this is in my top 5, because I think there are some people that did not like this game. But pretty much I played it again, and I liked the storyline. I liked the character, the a couple other characters too, the stuff you can do in this, and not only that, the graphics are pretty insane in this one. This was released in 2008. Now, again, if you're gonna question me, my number 3 Grand Theft Auto game is Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, again, I know some people may not be happy about this, but again, this was released April 2008 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. I played both games on both system and Microsoft Windows. Never played it for PC. But I loved it on PlayStation 3 because I liked the graphics. Like I said, it was like really realistic. Xbox 360 was the same way. I pretty much played it a lot on PS3, and I would like buy it from. I think I did buy it from GameStop or something. I don't really know when exactly I got it, but anyway, I pretty much like the gameplay in this. The character's name is Nico Bellic, and he has a cousin named Roman, and basically he just does all these missions once again. And the thing with this game, you can do all kind of things. Like you can even hail a taxi. Like if you need like a ride somewhere, just put your hand out, the taxi will take you somewhere. You can go on a date with a woman, or you can like go out with your friends and stuff, or Roman, like his cousin, like he'll go out with him and play some pool or something, or go out with his friends and like play some pool, go bowling, or go out to a strip club, a restaurant, anything like that, basically. But I pretty much thought, once again, that this was a pretty good game. Another character, his name was Little Jacob. I thought Little Jacob was funny because he always talked with like a heavy accent. He'd be like, "I've been Nico. I come. You're gonna go to there. We're gonna go play some pool." Something like that. And yeah, just the way he talked. And of course, I had the caption on to like hear or see what they're saying, because every time Little Jacob was always talking, be like, "What in the world are you talking about?" And a few other characters in here too, like Michelle, who wound up betraying Nico. She was like interested in him, but she wound up working for the government or some kind of business. Mallory, who I believe was the girl that fell in love with Roman or something, and that girl that Nico dated, and that was like the sister of Packy or something. Yeah, Packy was a funny guy. I mean, yeah. Uh, I can't. I think there was a girl in there. Her name was Elizabetha or something. Yeah, she was one of the characters. I thought she was pretty funny, but yeah. But once again, I mean, the gameplay was pretty good. The graphics were pretty nice, and I just pretty much thought that this is a good game. Of course, a lot of people. One person commented on this video on YouTube and said, "This is probably, in my opinion, the best Grand Theft Auto game." And I'm saying to myself, well, it may not be the best to some people, but the storyline's pretty good, gameplay is good, but there you go. And that's pretty much why Grand Theft Auto 4 is my number 3. All right, and now we'll just move on to number 2. Now, this one, I played this a lot back in the day, believe me. This is one of my favorites. I mean, I think I would rent this from Blockbuster, and I believe I also I think I bought it from, I know they didn't have GameStop yet. I think they had Funko Land. If anybody remembers that place, Funko Land. It's a pretty good place. I mean, good place to look for games. But anyway, but this game I played a lot. I played it um pretty much just I didn't bother doing the missions in this game. I really did not. Some might know what this game is. It was released October 22nd, 1999. Well, for the Sony PlayStation, and it also was for Microsoft Windows, Sega Dreamcast, and Game Boy Color. And I only played it on PlayStation. And again, October 1999, then for Dreamcast, May 2000, and December 2000 for Game Boy Color. My number 2 is GTA 2. You can call it Grand Theft Auto 2 if you want, but in my opinion, this is pretty much entitled GTA 2. Now, like I said, once again, I never did any of the missions in this game. Never. All I did was drive around cars, well, drive cars around, and just pretty much that was all I would do. I mean, I'm well, this is pretty much on PlayStation. I mean, the graphics were pretty much, just like that, but the gameplay was pretty nice, and I pretty much thought that this game was pretty fun. I mean, I liked, the way that it was. I mean, like I said, I mean, some may question again, but I just like, the way this was like, of course, you get pulled over by the cops or anything, like if you steal somebody's car, if you punch somebody and all that other crap. But I mean, never played on the Dreamcast, but mostly the PlayStation I did a lot of times. Like, because I think I would rent it from Blockbuster, and I don't know if I like rented anywhere else. I mean, but I always enjoyed playing this. And of course, at that time they would tell you, no, you can't play this game. It's too graphic and all this stuff. But yeah, like parents would always tell their kids, no, you can't play that game. You gotta be an adult to play that and all this other stuff. But Yeah, I always thought that this game was pretty fun. I mean, just the way that it is, like I said, probably would have been interesting to play it on Sega Dreamcast, but I never did. I never played on Game Boy Color either. Game Boy Color, I think, came around like in 1998 or 1999 or so. I'm just looking at it. It was released November 18th, 1998, and only lasted for until about till 2003. I mean, I thought it was a big success, but playing that game on Game Boy Color, I don't know about that. And the Windows or the PC, don't know either. But anyway, like I said, love the game, like the way that it was done, and pretty much I just like the way that this game was. So there you go. GTA 2 or Grand Theft Auto 2, any way you want to call it, is my number 2. And now we get into number 1. So you're probably narrow it down to like what games that I have as my number 1, but you probably do know what my number 1 favorite is. Now, this was pretty much the game that I played the most back in the day. I mean, this one was absolutely, in my opinion, the best. Some people may disagree, but this was released October 2002. Then it came out for the Windows in 2003, Xbox in 2003, the Mac OS X in November 2010, the iOS December 2012, the Android December 2012, and the Fire OS August 2013. And the trailer for this was absolutely amazing because when they advertised it, it basically is just a game that's based in the 1980s. And you know what it is. My number 1 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. This came out pretty much after Grand Theft Auto 3. Now, again, I thought Grand Theft Auto 3 was pretty good, but this one, in my opinion, was the best, as I said once again. This is basically about the character named Tommy Vercetti, voiced by Ray Liotta. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's a famous actor. But not only that, there are more people that were in this game, more people like that did voices. If I can like find the characters in this game, like it'll tell me like try and like look it up here. I know here it is. So Tommy Vercetti, voiced by Ray Liotta. And then we also got a couple more too. We got Sonny Forelli. Then we got Ken Rosenberg, who is basically like the attorney or something of Tommy Vercetti. We got Mr. Lance Vance, or in other words, or sometimes Tommy called him Lance Vance Dance, pretty much. I don't know who voiced him though, but he was voiced by Miami Vice star Philip Michael Thomas. And Ken Rosenberg, I forgot to mention William Fichtner, whatever it's pronounced. For Sonny Forelli, Tom Sizemore. And again, Ray Liotta for Tommy Vercetti. Then we got more as well. We got, I know there's more. Sorry about that. Ricardo Diaz. He was voiced by Luis Guzman. He seems familiar. Yeah, I think he was on a game show one time. I'm not sure. Colonel Juan Garcia Cortez. He's one of the characters on there. I thought was pretty cool. Voiced by Robert Davi or something like that. Kent Paul, the guy from the club and stuff, had that thick like English accent. Like Tommy meets him in this place that he's at, this club or whatever, and he says, "So you Kent Paul? I'm a friend of Rosenberg's." And he says, "Rosenberg. Rosenberg. Oh, that bonkers ambulance chaser." Yeah. And he is voiced by, never heard of that guy. Well, Avery Carrington. That's like one of the characters as well, and he is voiced by Burt Reynolds. Yep, I didn't even know that he was in the game. Umberto Robina, voiced by Danny Trejo, also in those commercials, I think, for Sling TV, I believe. Auntie Paulette. I did not like this person, Auntie Paulette, because this is a thing where you like do these missions for this lady and she like makes you some tea. Yeah, no idea about her. Then you got Love Fest, this group that Kent Paul is like a group, well, pretty much a member of. Excuse me. Didn't really care for them because they're the way they were in this. Steve Scott, I don't really know. Well, he was voiced by Dennis Hopper. Didn't know that. Big Mitch Baker, a guy who's like a motorbike guy, rides a motorcycle, voiced by Lee Majors. The $6 million man. How about that? Then we got Ernest Kelly, voiced by George DeCenzo. Don't know who that is. Phil Cassidy, voiced by Gary Busey. Busey, whatever it's pronounced. Mercedes Cortez. I don't know who played her. We got Rico. Doesn't really say. Alberto Robina. Again, don't really know them. Gonzalez. These are just people pretty much don't know. So the rest of them, as I said. But anyway, you do all these missions, like I said, and also in this, you can also fly a helicopter, which I pretty much like because of the fact that you could do that. Because the fact of you like riding a helicopter or whatever was pretty cool. And also, there's a person named Dolores in the game and voiced by Debbie Harry from the group Blondie. Yep. I didn't even know that actually. Yeah, but it says it, right on here. I mean, that's what it says. So there you go. And that's pretty much about it. So there you go. But not only that, I mean, there was a lot of missions, for you to do. And yeah, I mean, I pretty much, just love this game. The cast is pretty good. Gameplay was great. Graphics were not bad. I mean, I see it on PC as well. I mean, it's pretty much not bad on there. But I've always loved Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I mean, some may disagree and say San Andreas is better, or a couple others too. But I like the storyline in it, and of course the music they play in it. Can't forget about that. Lots of great '80s music they play in it. Yeah, yeah. I pretty much just absolutely enjoyed this game. I mean, I think I played it for Xbox as well, but PS2, mostly I did. But there you go. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all the favorite Grand Theft Auto games. I mean, just that one honorable mention that I said, but now for if there's going to be like any like least favorite Grand Theft Auto games, like any that I pretty much thought sucked and all that, but I don't know because a lot of these other ones I really did not play. Like there's a few others on here too, but I just never played them. Like yeah, I just pretty much don't know a bunch of these. I never really played any of these other Grand Theft Auto games, but there you go. So no games on here that are like disappointing or anything like that. So there you go. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for this. So hope everybody enjoyed my top 5 favorite Grand Theft Auto games. I hope everybody enjoyed this. Like if everybody likes this list, I hope you do, and hope that you like this video as well. So yeah, like this video if you do. Comment, you have something to say, like post your list if you like to too. Subscribe if you have not yet, and please do. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, and you all take care. And thanks again for watching this video of my top 5 favorite Grand Theft Auto games.